It's time to fix whatever that is. Alright, I've been meaning to do this project for a couple of weeks now because I crocheted this hat a while back and it was on a train ride and I didn't really pay attention while crocheting and I didn't have a measuring tape, so it ended up being way too big. And since I don't want to frock the whole project, I had an idea on how to fix it or make it even better maybe. That is this video. Just letting you know, I accidentally filmed this video, the whole thing, with the microphone not really plugged in. So there is no original audio. So it's going to be me doing the voiceover and commentary. So don't be confused when my mouth movements are not the same as the audio you hear. Let's get right into it. So I found this fabric in my stash. This is this very thick, very soft fleece type fabric, and some filling or quilting fabric, I think you would say to that. So this fluffy one, and some white fabric that I wanted to use for this project. So the game plan is to basically duplicate the main part of the hat to fill out the space between the hat and my head, but leaving out the part where the folded part is, so that the nice blue fabric is sitting against my head. So when I flip it inside out, the blue fabric sits on the outside and the flipped part or the brim of the hat can be folded over the other way around for a different type of vibe for the whole head. Alrighty, this tiny floor space is what we are working with right now. My space may be small, but this won't stop me. So I measure this project with my heart, basically. I put the hat upside down on the fabric and then I trace it with some chalk, and then I just go right in with cutting into the fabric. And I do the exact same thing with the fluffy filling type fabric and the white fabric as well. That I did not use in the end, at least for the top part, but that's something I didn't know at that point. The only other part I need for this is the side of the hat that I roughly measure out, so the circumference and the height, only to decide seconds later that drawing out those measurements with chalk is one step too much, and I am just winging cutting all of the pieces. But trust the process, it will somewhat turn out, or at least I will be able to fix that. That is basically what I've done here. I started by quilting together the top part of the hat, so the fluffy fabric with the fleece, and you can slightly see the fluffy fabric on the bottom here, and then just going right through the middle. I'm trying to figure out what design I want for the stitch to be, and decided on these pizza type, and I must admit I was super proud on how much it looked like I sketched it out, because actually I couldn't have done a better job when I would have measured this out. I am pretty sure. But I was really happy that this turned out. I needed to do the same thing with the side pieces. I decided on just going with straight lines across. And when these were done, I also added the white fabric on top of the blue, leaving out the bottom so I can flip it inside out. So when I would wear the hat, there wouldn't be any open seams showing, if you know what I mean. I'm going to show you in a sec. So I knew my measurement was not going to be perfect, but this is maybe a little bit more seam allowance that I needed. So I made a mental note on where I would need to sew the hatband so it would fit. But I wanted to see if my thinking of the construction was correct. So enjoy this trust the process clip of me putting this together. The thing is, I know this project worked out in the end, but when I watch these clips back, I can hardly believe it, because that looks really funny to me right now. So I've sewn down a straight line to see if the hatband would fit, and it was too tight. I tried to convince myself for a little bit here that it was fine, but after trying to flip this inside out and my head almost exploding, I realized I need to make it a little bit bigger. I have not cut anything yet, so that wasn't a big deal anyway. So I've sewn it down a little bit bigger and opened up the seam I did first, and voila, it fit perfectly. Now's the time to use pins for the first time, at least for me. I tried to center the round top with a hatband since I made everything too big. I was really surprised that there was this overhang of fabric, but that made the sewing process a little bit easier actually. So I pinned this down and sewn around in a straight stitch, and then I had this funny little creation. Somehow there is this little piece of fabric sticking out, and to me it looks like someone is putting out their tongue. I didn't want to open the seam again because I thought it looked funny, so I left it in. I'm telling you, my perfectionism comes and goes as it pleases, and I never know when it will hit or just leave me running around with a fabric tongue sticking out of my head, but here we are. So when I flip this hat inside out, now you can see all this excess fabric, and since I am happy with the fit, I'm just gonna cut it off. Here's a little try on with the crochet hat to see if it works, and that looks good to me. Then on to the next step. Now that we are dealing with quite a lot of different fabrics, and this got quite thick, and my sewing machine can just handle so much, okay? I decided to hand sew them together. So I put on some YouTube and went to work. That actually felt like the most time-consuming and boring part, if I'm being honest, but it was definitely necessary. And here we go, the finished piece. The weather is starting to get warmer, so I won't be wearing this anytime soon, but this is cozy. This is warm and windproof and very fun. I love how there's added structure and how big the hat is. Put me on a mountain, on a ski trip right now. I have a hat to wear. And the flip version is just as cute. I know I need to weave in the ends, but we can all ignore that part for now. But I still have some time until winter hits again, so I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe it gave you some inspo on what to do when you have a hat that doesn't fit. If you want to make this crochet head, but in a version that fits your head, I have a step-by-step tutorial I can link. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, look at me, holding the microphone even closer to myself, not having a clue that I plugged it in wrong. You know what annoys me the most? This was probably the first time I was talking so comfortably in front of the camera, because no roommates were at home, and so I wasn't really shy talking in my room alone. Oh well, I really have to admit the voiceover was fun though. So yeah, I just wanted to add that.